Hey, this is Dr. D from Parker Nixon with a video overview and review of readingbear.org, which is a free website and service for beginning readers and how to learn how to read. So if you go to the About Us section of the website, you can learn about the background and how it came to be, but essentially it's entirely free with interactive presentations, audio, video, pictures, vocabulary. It's actually developed by, if you scroll down, primarily by Larry Sanger, who's also known as one of the co-founders of Wikipedia. And he used these techniques to teach his own children how to read. So if you go to the Getting Started page, you can learn about how to use it at home and as a parent. I also like the training videos, especially for a teacher and how to use it with a classroom. So it has a link to a PDF that really goes over the nuts and bolts, also training videos on how to use it effectively in the classroom or in any setting. I'm going to open up here where it says the teacher guide. Because one of my favorite parts of this, I'm going to scroll through it pretty quickly, but at the end of it, they actually have the list of all the words that kids will learn. I would print this out. That way, as you're working with your child or a student, you can really track and see where they're at and make sure that they go sequentially and they master these beginning phonics sounds and words. And then from short A, then you can see the different types of words and phonics, and that they'll be learning throughout this series. But I love to really track and make sure that before I move on, that the student really has a certain module mastered. So let me go back to the home page and show a little bit about how this works. So the short A module here, you'll notice that you can click on short A and it will have the entire presentation. Then under short A, it says A, B, C, D, E. Those are little like sub-parts of the short A unit. I recommend doing them in smaller parts because it is a bit much for one sitting if you do the entire short A. So I'm going to click on the A under short A. And then it asks me what type of presentation I want. So you can try different ones and see how slow, how fast, what features it has. I initially like the sound it out slowly one, goes over those phonics skills. You just saw the lady will sound it out. You skip forward.
App.
And show how to really sound out those words.
Map.
And it's very sequential and repetitive to ensure students grasp how to do that.
What does this say?
And then we'll ask the student to read it after hearing it a few times.
Map.
And I'll skip forward a little bit, and then
This is a map of the United States.
And it shows the map, and then it goes on to the next word
Map.
after it does a few activities.
App.
Lap.
App. Lap. What does this say?
And the student will read it. So you can see you can do different settings. This one goes pretty slow, but for some kids, that's actually the pace that would be most beneficial. So I won't do this whole thing because, you can do that on your own, but you can change the size. And here, again, you can change the presentation, the settings. Like here it says pause down below where I have it checked, pause and ask me to say the words. I like that because I think in these activities, you want the child to practice these things aloud. So I like that, pausing and waiting for the student to do it. After a couple of practices, I like doing the audio flashcards or let me sound it out. That way there's less cues and you can see if they're able to do it without hearing it right away. So if I go to let me sound it out, it will show it right
Can
up.
you say this?
So initially it'll ask the student to say it before they hear it. A great way to review it and make sure that they're ready to move on. So they would say that, and then right after,
Map.
they would hear it hear it from there. So
This is a map of the United
I'm
States.
going to exit here. So really, again, a great tool. From what I've seen, if it's done and done well in small pieces, I mean, you can get really incredible growth from reading and making sure that there's really no gaps by doing it with the student, tracking their progress, and spending as much time as needed on each of these little units. And really, by the time you get through most or all of this, I mean, we'll have a pretty proficient, strong reader that really has incredibly strong phonics skills and is able to decode words, which many kids struggle with and don't always get that type of instruction. So this is a great free tool. Check it out. Use it at home or with your class. And that's all for today. See you next time.